I guess just Saturday night at the Bell Center, you guys were able to tighten up your details a little bit last game, but just what are you expecting to see tonight against the Canadians team?
They've got some good players. They're dangerous. They're hungry to win, and so in their home building, like you said, it's always a great place to play, and so we're going to have to be ready to play.
Might be harder for you to answer this. You're not the coach last year. You coach against it. Are you seeing maybe a different Alex Lafrenière this year versus the past 3 seasons for NYR?
Yeah, I think that would probably be difficult for me to answer because I wasn't here. I can answer a question that asked me how he's doing this year. He's been a really important player for us. His line has been consistent from the very first game. They generate a lot of chances. They generate a lot of offense for us. Seems to have a real connection and chemistry with Panarin, and Hedl was there to start, and now it's Trocheck. Trocheck's done a really good job on that line as well, and they're dangerous. He's been excellent.
Is it a key for you to find a spot for life in the top 6 and moving it right now?
I think everybody, comes into camp with an opportunity to, at some point, to make the most of their opportunity. And he's, like I said, it's been from game one that line has been consistent.
What was your message to them when you first spoke? I'm sure you spoke to your players off season.
Yeah. So when we talked, it was to come into camp, be ready to play, come in great shape, and he did all of those things when he got here. He worked hard. Might have been a little bit of a transition, moving to the right side permanently, but it wasn't long. A couple games, he got himself going, and like I said, he found real chemistry with a couple of players, and so that's been really positive for him. But for me coming in, it was a blank slate with everybody, not just him. And so what's happened in the past didn't really matter. It's about moving forward in the future, and like I said, he's been excellent for us all year.
How can you explain the Jonathan Quick's comeback?
Again, now I can speak to the past a little bit because he's been in the league for a long time, and he's always been an elite goaltender. I understand inside of players' careers that there are some ups and downs that go with it, but you're talking about a guy who's done an awful lot in his career, and so almost the same answer. He came in here, got an opportunity, relied on and counted on him at one point when Shesty wasn't available, and he answered the bell every step of the way. He's a total professional, works hard every day, great guy, and he's hit the ground running here, and he's never looked back. He's played excellent for us.
Is he made the perfect duo with young Shesterkin, Stanley Cup winner, Jonathan Quick, veteran?
I think it's good. I think Shesterkin's done some things on his own. I don't know if it's exactly how but I think anytime you're around a guy like Jonathan that is, I think he rubs off on everybody. Rubs off on a guy like Laff. You see him work in practice the way he does. He rubs off on a young guy that is recalled from the minors, or maybe he rubs off on a veteran that has been here, but you see his work ethic and what he brings to the table, his professionalism. That's always a positive for your team.
Players have talked about your pregame meetings and the details of your preparations. How much of that has been an emphasis in your coaching career, and how has it evolved as you've been in the league?
Mm-hmm. The whole thing's evolved. You're talking a long time ago. Unfortunately, you're talking decades ago. But it's true. And to think about what it was, and when I first came in, started coaching, you were going tape to tape. You had 2 recorders, and you're trying to figure out what you might show, and it was really difficult to do. And now there's so many great coaches working inside of that room right now, the video coaches, the assistant coaches, and so the preparation, part of my job is making sure that everybody does their job. We've got an amazing staff in there that I'm really fortunate to be with and have work with me, and I can't say enough about that. But I do think that preparation is part of it. Players want to be coached, and it's important not to overcoach or overthink, but they do want some information. They want to know and see when things are going right, and they want to They want to be fixed when they're not going correct, and that's the responsibility of a coach.
You have Auckland came up, played. You know, you said you noticed him all night.
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
His second game now. What does he need to do to kind of, you know, keep your attention and sort of progress in terms of, you know, as his career?
Well, I think you just want to follow that up. I don't think you want to complicate it too much. And he came in and, you know, he had worked hard, and as he said, he worked hard to get to that point in that game. He came in and, you know, he was told to have fun and go out there and play hard. I thought he did those things. I wouldn't change too much of that direction for him. You know, like I said, we go backwards and we show some things and we teach a little bit and between games. But, you know, for the most part, I thought he was really good. When I said I noticed him, he had the puck on his stick. He was using his speed. He was trying to create. You know, generated some chances. Tried to beat some people with speed and skill. Like he played a solid game. So if you're asking me what I'd like to see those details again. Good defense, good decisions, and then try to attack the game offensively.
And then how, I know you played with Brodzinski down in Hartford and you put them on the line together. I mean, how helpful is it to you to have a guy like Brodzinski be able to kind of, whatever, show him the ropes or teach him little things or whatever?
Well, both of his line mates, I think, can help him. You're talking about a guy that was their leading scorer and captain down in Hartford and playing, having some time together down there. I think that helps. It maybe provides a little bit of a comfort level, but I've also coached Nick Bonino, and I know his disposition and his detail, and he's a good mentor and teacher as well. And so, to me, he's in a good spot on a good line.
Okay, thank you.
You don't
guys.
have much time to see Philip Kikil. How much do you miss the guy, and what do you think of his play?
Well, I was just a little bit at the beginning of the year, and he's been gone for a bit now. Certainly we miss him. He's a big part of our lineup, a center, a guy that can help on a power play and creates a lot, real smart player, young, fast, skilled, and so when you lose a player like that, it's always a little bit more challenging, but I think our guys have stepped up and answered the bell while he's been out, and so, you know, he continues to try and progress to get back, and you know, at some point we hope to see him.